Greetings and salutations, sports fans. It's your girl, Jackie Ray. Thanks for checking in with us here at The Fumble. Make sure you follow me on all things social media at JRayTheFanatic. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Now look, Biggie Smalls said it best. More money, more problems. But for some people, the problem is you can't keep the money. So right now, let's take a look at some of the NFL players who almost lost it all. Now, some are lucky enough that the big financial loss won't break them, like Dan Marino. If you ask me, Dan Marino fell victim to social media hype. Technically, we all did, but none of us lost a buttload of money because of it. In 2012, this was almost all we could talk about. The hologram performance of the late, great Tupac Shakur at Coachella. For a lot of us, the light bulb went off. Does this mean we can recreate all of our fallen musical heroes and see them again in concert? It seemed like a no-brainer. I am sure Digital Domain, the company that created the hologram for the music festival, had no problem finding investors. But who needs a bunch of investors when Dan Marino is ready to purchase 1.6 million shares in the company? After spending 17 seasons with the Dolphins and walking away with no rings, you can't get mad at the Hall of Famer for wanting to win big. But kids, your mother already had this conversation with you. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Those 1.6 million shares cost Dan Marino $13.6 million. We didn't see another hologram video, and Digital Domain went belly up and took all of Dan Marino's money when they filed for bankruptcy. He's still doing okay thanks to some not so risky business investments and his sports commentary. Today, Dan Marino is still worth $35 million. One of the many lessons the NFL has taught us is no matter how exciting you are on the field, if that excitement doesn't translate to wins, nobody cares. Sadly, that was the case for Vince Young, who played just 6 seasons in the NFL. But seeing the Titans quarterback take to the field meant you were in for some good and exciting times. Vince Young undoubtedly is one of the league's most exciting quarterbacks to ever play the game. But that excitement never played out on or off the field. While in the NFL, Vince Young made just over $25 million, but in 2014, he racked up around a $10 million debt and had to file for bankruptcy. He didn't take much of the blame for his situation and said that his financial advisor had misappropriated $5.5 million of his money. Vince also took out a loan worth almost $2 million that went into default. Still, that would only amount to $8 million. Where's the rest of the money? It's possible the Cheesecake Factory has a large chunk of it. Vince Young was apparently spending about $5,000 per week at the restaurant during his early years in the NFL. At the time of his bankruptcy, Vince Young was only worth $500,000, but as of today, he's sitting right around $2 million, so at least he's on the come up. Not the case for Luther Ellis. He spent 10 seasons in the NFL as a defensive tackle. 9 of those were with the Detroit Lions and 1 with the Denver Broncos. During his career, he had 214 solo tackles. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler who knew exactly what to do on the field, but off the field, he had no idea how to plan. Between 2000 and 2004, Luther Ellis made $11.6 million. But thanks to bad investments and over $37,000 in delinquent state and local taxes, he lost all $11 million of it and had to file for bankruptcy. Things got so bad that he and his wife are relying on churches and friends just to stay afloat. Hopefully, he's teaching his son to only follow in his football footsteps. His son, Caden Ellis, has signed a rookie contract with my New Orleans Saints, and his dad, Luther, played against Drew Brees when he was with the Lions and the Broncos. I'm definitely wishing him all the best, but remember, Caden, saving is okay. But honestly, no one takes the cake in the what not to do with your money like the man, the myth, the legendary bad spender, Terrell Owens. T.O. had a legendary career, finishing with over 1,000 catches and almost 16,000 receiving yards and 153 receiving touchdowns. He is number 8 in the all-time career catches and 3rd in touchdown receptions. But this by far was my favorite moment. After posing on the star once, he decided to do it again after this touchdown reception. Cowboy fans everywhere remember this moment. Hell, I remember this moment, and I miss it because the league has gotten soft. But that's a story for another day. The point is, one could argue this kind of behavior is what ended his career. No one wanted to deal with that headache in the locker room. And he should have been able to say, so what? I made $80 million. I'm out. But not only did he need the NFL, his baby's mamas needed it too. In 2012, T.O. told Dr. Phil, yes, y'all, I said Dr. Phil, that his 4 babies' mamas were costing him $45,000 a month. If that sounds crazy, get this. $80 million he earned over his career. In 2020, he's worth just $100,000. Damn. Well, boys and girls, between COVID-19 and these NFL stars who lost it big, I hope you've learned a valuable lesson in stocking up. Until next time, guys, I'm Jackie Ray. Thanks for watching The Fumble. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.